Have you ever heard of plants being sold in a bag? Well, these are tissue culture plants, and let's talk a little bit more about them. The tissue culture has become explosive over the last few years, and actually, if you have a Monstera Thai constellation in your collection that you got for pretty cheap, it's the result of tissue culture. Tissue culture is a type of propagation called micropropagation, where they take just a little smidge of a plant in a lab and are able to grow full plants from just that smidge. It is amazing, and that's why you get plants that are super cheap. So once a plant is in tissue culture production, more than likely the price is going to come down on that baby pretty soon. If you want to skip the time and buy a tissue culture plant, you can get them heavily discounted. For example, this Alocasia pink black velvet half moon leaf, by the way, this is only $20. There's no way I would be able to buy that as a full plant on the market unless I, met someone very desperate. So both of these plants I grew from tissue culture, and they do have to go through an acclimation process. So that is the learning curve and the risk there with getting the cheaper plants. And of course they're really small and you have to grow them out. But if you have the patience to grow out a plant and want to learn how to do something new, you should try tissue culture. Now, tissue culture can be controversial and rub a few feathers, mostly because the plant price significantly tanks whenever these plants get put in tissue culture most of the time. But then also, like, genetically, there could be some funky things that happen with plants' genetics. For example, I learned from a TikTok friend, Spiritus Sancti tissue culture, the plant has totally changed what it looked like originally. So funky things can happen with the genetics of tissue culture plants. I have to usually buy them online. I did find some at a plant convention, but typically I find tissue cultures online. So I want to know, what do you think of tissue culture plants? Is it something that you want to try? Do you hate tissue culture? Drop all your thoughts in the comments.